So I have some news to report. This is Raven. You already know I'm your girl Raven. How you doing? And this is Raven Spills the Tea. And for a long time there was a case, Orrin and Orson West. These two very handsome young boys went missing in California. And it's always been weird that during this case they have never participated in the anniversaries. They have not really been vocal as far as going to the media and keeping the situation, the heat on it, the attention on it and stuff. And now there has been a break in the case. Okay, so charges filed against the adoptive father of Orrin and Orson West. Bakersfield, California, a stunning development has occurred in the case of missing California City brothers Orrin and Orson West, with charges filed. This is murder charges filed Tuesday against Trezell West, their adoptive father. Trezell West was not listed in custody as of 5 p.m. He's charged with 2 counts of second degree, 2 counts of willful cruelty to a child, and falsely reporting an emergency. On 4 and 3-year-old Orson were reportedly last seen December 21st, 2020, playing outside the home where they lived with adoptive parents Trezell and Jacqueline West. Trezell West said he had been gathering firewood and briefly went back inside. When he came out, the boys were gone, he said. They were reported missing to the California City Police Department that day. The department searched the home and brought the West in for questioning. Police Chief John Walker told media in late December 2020 that foul play was suspected, but nothing was found while searching the home. He said he didn't believe they wandered into the desert because a thorough search, aided by a helicopter with infrared took place, covering a 5-mile perimeter. Also, it was only 30 degrees Fahrenheit that night. Walker said the cold would have slowed the children down. Through the support of several local businesses and organizations, more than 100,000 in reward money was offered to anyone with information that led to the boys' discovery. In early March of last year, the Bakersfield Police Department took over as the lead agency in the investigation from California City Police Department. The FBI and National Center for Missing and Exploited Children were also heavily involved. By June, the Bakersfield Police Department said 44 search warrants had been served, 83 people interviewed, 170 items seized. Police did not elaborate on what was taken. Police said 16 mass area searches had been conducted at that point, and investigators had searched 3 locations outside the state and followed up on more than 200 tips. Data was extracted from cellular and electronic devices, and seized items forensically examined. All family members connected to the boys were repeatedly interviewed. The boy's biological father, Charles, has filed a lawsuit against Kern County alleging officials were negligent in taking the boys from their birth parents and placing them in the custody of the West. Charles told Channel 17 News in December he couldn't understand how the boys went missing after the county took them from him, supposedly for safekeeping. I don't want my kids to be deceased. I want them to come back, he said at the time. My kids is all I have. My kids is all I got. After my parents passed, it's just me and my kids. So let's get into the timeline and everything that goes with the story. Okay, and the timeline is as followed. Just can't. Orson and Orrin played outside as their adoptive parents. One was inside, and the father gathered firewood, according to their adoptive parents. The father, Trezell West, who's the adoptive father, later tells the media he briefly went back inside the house, and when he came out, the boys were gone. He said he drove through nearby streets and spoke with neighbors, but couldn't find them. Brothers Orson and Orrin West have now were missing for over a year. No word, no trace. The boys went missing from the California City home of their adoptive parents on December 21st, 2020. The biological family continues to organize monthly community prayers as a way of keeping the names of the boys in the limelight and preventing their case from going cold with hopes of finding them once again. It's a case that has captured and captivated many in Kern County and across the nation. The following is a timeline of the public events in the case. So we're going to go with March 2nd, 2022. DA Cynthia Zimmer held a press conference discussing the indictments and updates on the case. Although there were nobodies were found, she said there was enough direct and circumstantial evidence to convince a grand jury that the boys had met an untimely death. She also said the investigation revealed that the boys had been probably met their untimely death 3 months prior to being reported missing. March 1st, Trezell and Jacqueline West were indicted and charged with second degree. They were arrested around 7 p.m. in western Kern County. December 21st, 2021, 1 year later, missing California City boys' biological family filed the lawsuit against the county. 1 year since Orrin and Orson West were reported missing from the home of their adoptive parents in California City. December 15th, toy drive underway in honor of missing Cal City boys. Almost 1 year after Orrin and Orson West went missing, the community held a toy drive. The biological father, on October 21st, remained hopeful 10 months after their disappearance. September 21st, the boys have been missing for 9 months. The community has been holding monthly prayer events for them. July 7th, 200 days after Orrin and Orson West were reported missing, the Bakersfield police gives 17 News an update on the case. Bakersfield Police Department releases new information on the case. 44 search warrants have been served, 83 people interviewed. April 21st, 4 months after disappearance, community remains hopeful of finding missing West boys. Wanda West, the adopted grandma of Orrin and Orson West, released a statement asking the community to continue searching for her grandsons. She writes about losing Orrin and Orson, but also her other four grandsons when Child Protective Services took them in protective custody, as they should. West pleads with the community to continue to search for Orrin and Orson. She wrote in a statement, someone knows exactly where Orrin and Orson are and what happened in December. Well, it was in December. It was three. This was now we were learning this that they have been, they met an untimely death months before that December when they were reported missing. Come forward. God in our family has already forgiven you, and you will be free from guilt and burden. I know you are carrying. These are babies who are loved and have an entire future waiting for them to explore. Release them and yourself from this. All we want are our boys back. Now, there are so many women, like, even including myself, who would love to have two beautiful, amazing boys like that. And this is what y'all do. Yeah, if you couldn't take care of these kids, you could have easily just went and taken them back to the agency. You could have, easily, said that we can ask kids something. You could have did anything. I mean, if it was about the money, you could have did a crowd GoFundMe, a crowd something. You could have did any of those things. But you took these kids' lives. Y'all, you need the whole entire. If what they are saying is 100% true, then they need to put the whole entire mother effing jail on top of your ass. That is sick. People are, there's so many women out here that are, you would love the opportunity and the chance to raise kids. If you can't handle it, you having these thoughts in your head, give those children up. Do not take these children's lives. Please, if y'all stressed out or something, give these children now, but don't do this. For a very long time in my heart, I felt like, I had did a story on them, like, oh, just not that long ago. I'm serious, not that long ago. And I felt like, it was going to have a conclusion by spring, and we ain't even in spring yet, and we got a conclusion. And I'm so happy that there is some conclusion of, their arrest has been made. I would like to, that the boy's body or remains be found, but I'm very happy that somebody has been, arrested and charged with this. And let's see what's going to happen going forward. On that note, put your comments below, please. Give your thoughts, and I'm out.